All right, welcome, guys. We've got another top 5 totally ghetto-fied, fabulous series today. Top 5 Mirror Mirror, broadcasting live from the Masters. I apologize for the feedback. Oh, this is so not working.
Yeah, now. We're only going one way. Yeah, okay. I'm still here.
Yeah, I just turned myself off.
Okay.
All right, that's much better.
Hey, all right, here we are. Awesome.
So, hey, it's me, Maggie. This is Brian Sykes over
Hey,
here.
how's it going, guys?
And we are ready to talk about our top 5 Mirror Universe cards. So I'm going to let Brian go first. We're going to go fast because we're hungry and we need food after a long, long day of Tui and Tribbles at Masters. We have our 2E champion today. The Sykes family did rule the roost.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of all this winning around here. What can I say?
Dan Haas photo ball.
Oh!
Yes, we're at Club Masters, also known as Ben Haas's house, in the snake room.
The snake-free snake room, but
Snake room. All right, Brian, tell us about your top 5 mirror cards.
Oh, geez, okay. So, yeah, we threw together a quick top 5 list. Given the number of cards that are specific to the Terran Empire or the KCA factions, when I made my list, I tried to just sort of keep it generalized to basically anything Mirror Universe. And yeah, this is going to be a very quick broadcast, so we'll just sort of summarize. Start with number 5. Have Off-Cell Base as number 5. This is a fun artifact. It allows you to get 15 bonus points for every quadrant beyond the first that you solve your mission in. And so for, mirror quadrant stuff, getting to and from the Alpha Quadrant, especially in the Bejo region, is super easy. So it's a natural fit there. A couple years ago, I won a regional with a mirror deck that, self-seeded the Cytherians and solved 2 35-point missions and got the Off-Cell Base for the win. It's a good bonus point mechanic for a mirror quadrant. All right. Over to Maggie.
Oh.
Or not.
No, keep going with your number 4.
Okay, number 4. Oh, what is my number 4? I don't have a list in front of me.
Oh crap! This is the worst prepared.
Yeah, you can tell we just got done playing like 6 rounds and
2
couple
rounds
of
of Tribbles. We are both of us are completely just blah.
It's a Trek weekend though. It's great.
Yeah. All right. I even had this.
You know what? Hang on. I think I have it.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I got you.
Okay.
So next one you had was multi-dimensional transport device.
Multi-dimensional transport device. Yeah, that's that cool little toy that lets you beam across quadrants. So if you're trying to go to your planet mission to get your Off-Cell Base, you can avoid all things like ships and enemy fleets and everything going through the wormhole. You can just beam right across. So I know Bajor to mirror Bajor is a fairly common, trip. And then, on the KCA side, you throw down a hidden fighter and get, an interceptor or something like that. You can actually use transporters on both sides and make it a 2-way street. So it's a good way to get around. And for, if you're trying to avoid the mirror quadrant extra 40-point requirement, it makes life pretty easy. I think Badlands missions can also do it, though I haven't personally done that one myself.
All right, then you got Taking Charge.
All right, number 3, Taking Charge. This is a fun card. As I was just mentioning, the mirror quadrant has that restriction of you need the extra 40 points in OTF to win the game. One way that the designers have helped mirror decks deal with that requirement is the prevalence of objectives. And Taking Charge is a really cool card because if you have your big boss characters in play, you can download objectives to missions, and there's a lot of really good objectives for both the Terran Empire and the KCA faction to take advantage of. So I'll save the detailed discussion for another day. But needless to say, Taking Charge is a very good use of a seed slot in your deck.
All right, got Crossover and Invitation.
All right, Crossover and Invitation. This is another good one. One of the biggest, digs on the mirror quadrant for a lot of years is the whole lack of really good characters on the, or the lack of access to really good main characters without having to set like 2 facilities in opposite quadrants and have them mixed together. So Crossover and Invitation lets you play your alpha people in the mirror quadrant, and Design has built a few alpha natives with Terran Empire and KCA icons, so they can play for free. And there's a lot of good things you can do with it. One of the things that I found is very useful. This is on the Terran Empire side, is running the TOS Bridge Crew. We talked about that the last time I was on. Some of their special downloads of the equipment can be very strong in an original series Terran Empire deck, as an example. It's just a really solid card. And I will throw in an honorable mention here. There's a mission.
You haven't done your number one.
We'll get there. Yeah,
mention?
there's an honorable mention here because it relates. There's a mission. I think it's called This is Opposite Quadrant or something like that. It's a mirror quadrant space mission. Lets you download crossover and invitation. So basically, you get a seedable card for free by running that mission. It's only acceptable by Ferengi and Federation, but really that opens it up to KCA and Terran Empire, because the KCA have the access to the mirror Ferengi, so they can help power that for you.
All right, your last one's Study Divergent History.
Yes, this is the segue. The Study Divergent History is probably one of the best card drawing engines out there, and if you have mirror and non-mirror people together, it's very easy to take advantage of. The playing of the alpha people with crossover and invitation really helps with that. And then early game when you're still setting up, having that extra 2 or 3 card draws can get you into your interrupts. It can get you into more free plays. It can help cycle through your deck. It can get you to the ships you need. Whatever it is, having all those draws is very good. And there's applications for both mirror factions, so it's a very solid card for these guys.
All right, cool. Thanks, Brian.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and do a quick. I've got 2 honorable mentions. It'll be up on the site this week. First one is Julian Bashir, Rebel Commander, Rebel Captain, whatever his name is. What is it? 8 skills, crazy stats, cost 6, but reducible for each headquarters your opponent plays. So there's a reason he's banned in the Hall of Fame format that we just played today.
Yeah, there's almost no reason to not run him out.
All right, is he banned? Did we?
Yeah, we banned him. We banned him and These Are the Voyages. That was getting old.
And Loxana, we also banned Loxana.
Yes, we did.
Got rid of that.
So cheap, high cost printed people. Of course, I played Suska in my deck today, so she's a new hotness, high printed cost discount person. She 6 cost -1 for each treachery with lots of Cardassians running around. That was pretty easy to get in play.
All right. Anyway, but then back to that. So also Wesley Crusher, Battleship Helmsman, the TNG AU from the battleship from yesterday's Enterprise. That kid gets extra skills, and he boosts your ship when he's with somebody who's got a cost of 4 or more. So that particular group has that theme of cost 4 or more. Oh, we're being invaded. Yeah, we're being invaded by small.
Put on Alan. Say hello. Yeah. Alan played Tribbles today. Show him your button. And then we have Brianna, our Tribbles champion, crashing the video. Yay. Brianna won Tribbles Masters. She's a champion.
Awesome.
All right, guys, head back out. We'll be out in just a minute, okay?
All right, just a couple minutes and we'll be done. All right, number 5, back to the list. Watchdog. Watchdog is fantastic because you basically can't play any interrupts in your deck if you want to play AU Starfleet without Watchdog, because you put your interrupts on Watchdog, play them as if they were in your hand. And Mirror Universe Starfleet, they get all their bonuses for having no cards in hand. So that's a great card for them. It is problematic because those cards are face up. So your opponents will see what you've got around, and they can destroy the event if you want. But you need it if you want to get those no cards in hand bonus. All right, next, the Dilemma Reflections. So if you have an all AU deck, you can really just stop. It can be an all stop.
Yeah, that's old school deck.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
My 2008 Worlds deck was Mirror Starfleet. It ran Reflections to set up where no one has gone before, and then one of our retired cards, and that thing hit more routinely than almost anything else. It was a great combo back in the day.
All right, we've in the frozen land of Nador, we have Nador, Curious Commander. I swear to God, I think Monty Python every time I read that name. And we were forced to eat Robin's minstrels. So he goes in. He's a great card. He's another one. I think
he actually does have 8 skills.
Yeah, he does. He's got 8 skills. He's got pretty good attributes. He plays for free if you've completed. I forget what.
Any mission requiring officer or treachery for Cardassians is very easy. He was in my Masters deck today as well, and unfortunately, being the dope I am, I had to pay retail for him twice. So I needed him early, but he was beastly once he got in play. Even if you have to pay for him, it's worth it.
All right, then I've got Guinan, Battleship Bartender. So she's you stop her to play your personnel who cost 4 or more, your AU TNG personnel for a cost reduction of 2. So those expensive TNG AU people from yesterday's Enterprise, they all cost 4 or more. You get a big discount with Guinan. Now she costs 6, but once she's out, you just leave her at your headquarters, and she gives you that nice cost reduction.
So TNG isn't really my strongest affiliation, but I've been trying to figure out how best to like use her. I mean, is she good in like a common ground deck where you can like common ground her in and then use her to get discounts?
Yeah, I mean you can put her in common ground. I paid retail for her. I put together that AU TNG deck for back for Academy.
Okay.
Because you get nice cheap you get mains, and they're pretty powerful. They've got lots of boosts for each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I've paid retail for her. I haven't used common ground.
So getting her out early is worth the extra cost.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If you get her out early, and I think I run 3 of her in that deck. If you get her out early, that cost of 6 is worth it after the first 3 turns.
Okay. Do you run historic research in those decks? Like, so you can grab her, like, if you go second, just download her and drop her on turn 1 and start setting things up? And
I have not, but I think the last time I may have had that deck put together before historical research came out. I can't remember.
Okay.
It's been so long now. My number 1 card is Predicament. So we need more flavor. So if you guys don't know what Predicament does, Predicament is endangered and stir crazy, but for AU personnel. Costs 3, I think, and you can keep it out. I don't think you have to destroy it till you get to draw 3 and spend 3. And I may be misremembering here. I've got to pull it up. But I used it. I had a bit of a time where I was building lots of AU decks before Princibility. I was scrambling for more of these because they were in all of my decks. And it's a great card to have, very flavorful. So it's one of those nice things to have where it's better than the generic version because it's culturally enforced.
Yeah, well, you have Complications, which is a 5-cost event that lets you draw 3, spend 3. You have Endangered, which is a 0-cost event, but you have to lose 5 points to use it to draw 3 and spend 3. And the mirror one, it's like it only costs 3, so you get a discount if you're playing the mirror. So I think that's really good. So there's one card that you didn't mention, and if we're doing mirror cards, I gotta throw a shout out to.
Okay, what's that?
Is that your number 1?
That was my number 1.
Okay, so I'm not entirely sure, if something got overlooked, but Standard Punishment is a game-winning card. I'm not sure I've ever built a mirror deck for either Starfleet or TOS that didn't use it. That attribute boost is huge, especially with mirror Starfleet. I've had a couple decks where the attribute boost from not having cards in your hand and then throwing on a Standard Punishment on top of that. I've solved 35-point cunning greater than 34 missions with 4 people before with all those bonuses. It gets crazy. So got to give a shout out to Standard Punishment while we're doing mirror stuff.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty good. We've got some hungry kids here. We're going to sign off, guys. So thanks again for sticking through another top 5 video. This one, our Ghetto Fabulous top 5 mirror edition.
All right.
Thanks
Thanks, everyone.